she'll be right, get over it, harden up, be brave. That's cost so many lives, like tens and tens of thousands of blue-collar workers who've lost to suicide because they feel like that's the way they have to be. There was a realisation that as a tradie myself, that we're not equipped with the tools and the support, the understanding to have conversations around improving your mental health.
I think Australia, we kind of had this genesis of, the outback, it'll be right, mate. And what that does is actually stops us from having those deep and meaningful conversations.
So for us, it's about using the correct language and acknowledging things are tough. And we're talking to them, they're hearing from a tradie, and the tradies go through this, and that they're not alone, and there's help out there. When I go to an industrial estate that has thousands of workers, how many times do you think anyone's gone into there to talk about mental health? None. So we are missing a lot of vulnerable people.
In 20 years I've been a psychologist. I've never seen the attention on mental health as what I'm seeing now. And I think there's a huge amount of attention in the corporate space. One of the biggest observations for me is this notion that we're in the same storm but riding it out in very different boats. And the normal ups and downs and stresses and strains of life haven't gone away just because we've got the COVID context. COVID itself and the sustained disruption of the way that we work has really shone a spotlight on community mental health. It's really shone a spotlight on vulnerability. And it's really also shone a spotlight on workplace mental health.
So we talk about the risk factors. We talk about what support services are out there, how to be a good listener, how, when, and how many times to have the tough conversation, because they are tough. But it's also them understanding why we've gone through it, the process, the pathways, and that we're coming out the other side and we're still working on it. So there's not necessarily a golden ticket or a golden goose that lays the golden egg, but it's a continuum and there's a lot of work to do. But with that support, you can do that.
There's real benefit looking at things one day at a time. But what I can do to shape my day, to make sure that I know what I want to pay attention to, that I'm focusing on the things that I can influence, that I've got some focus on my mental health and well-being, that I'm creating solid work-life boundaries so I can compartmentalise between work and home. I think what can we influence right now is such an important thing, and that one day at a time is something that certainly resonates with me.